Well, these have been incredibly exciting times over here with the ticker Nrgv, guys. So this is an old chart that I'm actually showing you here, guys. This is what we talked about, literally down way below, around, literally way below, right, guys? This is actually, I'm sorry, this was the second chart that we ever printed, talking about re-entries, right, areas of resistance before continuations to the upside, anywhere between the 161 all the way down to like the 158, and continuation all the way, guys. So from this chart, from the second chart that we ever kind of looked at, we were already printing the potentials of an extended top to 240, 247 and 251, which I felt like we were going to be able to reach on Friday, but it's all good, no problem. Now, the prior chart here, the one that you're observing on this side, this is our most recent thread of analysis, right, where we were explaining what we could be doing here as far as take profits with a liquidity zone or a liquidity grab up into that area of 239, otherwise 240, right? So we ended up closing the day post-market at around 237, no problem. Okay, guys, so I guess we're going to have to go ahead and find out what this asset is going to do or what it could do into the coming days. But before we do so, guys, please do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, do everything necessary to get this thing to live long, thrive, and survive. My name is Arca. I'm actually coming at you here today at 8:53 p.m. Pacific time on September 14th, Sunday. What better day to observe these stocks before the next trading day, right? Okay, so yeah, massive daily closure on here, right? Take a look at that thing as it looks like it's a complete Marabazoo bar, right? Very cool. Okay, so I got to mention this, though. We did have a daily closure. We did have a 2-day closure. We had a 3-day closure, and we had also a bunch of larger time frame closures like the weekly, like the bi-weekly, right? We also had like weird time frames like a 3-week and 6-week. All of these bars closed at the same time, which was this the end of this weekend, right? The end of this week. So to say that there could be a pullback is kind of an understatement, right? Usually pullbacks are, pretty much well, at the closure of these major timeframes, there really could be one. But what I am expecting is actually price action to either in the early pre-market Euro Open. There could be a further upside into the targets of what could be right up here. And I think we may have already been shining our lights on one of them, right? So yeah, it looks like we could be experiencing, I don't think the 311 would be one of them. I do think, however, that there could be resistance on the stock before a pullback. And I'm not sure if it's going to pull back the weeks just yet. But probabilities are landing towards that. But I will say that the local resistance that we're observing for now could be up to this area right here, just around the 250. What is the closing valuation of this? Closing is 253 to the opening valuation of this red bar right over here, which is going to be around the 260. Okay, so that would be the area that I'm observing for a potential resistance grab, right? And liquidity grab could be right up to the areas of 270. Otherwise, you guys have already kind of known this as 269. Okay, perfect. So I think price action with a very discretionary fashion would probably do that. Now, it's not suggesting that this is going to fall and eat crap and be done for the rest of its life. It's not that at all. It's just the dynamics that play within a larger time frame that typically have us, retrace the market. So in this case, we got to observe the weekly and bi-weekly time, right? So if we do make a retracement of maybe the bi-week, because it's a little more of a popular time frame instead of your 3-week or 6-week time frame, well, that would bring you to a very nice area, a very comforting zone right between here. So that would actually make a lot of sense. In fact, I almost want to validate this as what could happen here, so I don't have to have you guys drag off. 208 could be the potential top of this zone here, right? Just about, let's see. Yeah, I would say just about 208, and I already kind of have that drawn in there. To around the areas of 197, okay? So I'm going to show it to you right about here. Here it is, right? So this little range here is kind of like the one that I was talking about. So instead, I'm going to go ahead and put this zone here. So we're going to get rid of this here because we used it earlier into, I believe, the Friday session, maybe these tiny little zones here. Okay, so yeah, I would say just around the 197 to 208 could be an area to observe here for a potential drop, right? So in this vicinity here. Okay, you know what? I guess I'm gonna keep just these little tiny targets everywhere because they are confluent to some major zones that we had as far as take profit targets and whatever else, right, guys? So I think that this could be an interesting zone for price action to retrace again, guys. It doesn't mean it's going to happen here, right? Very much doesn't mean that it is going to happen. We still have a 1, 2, and 3 day time frame that can express their 50% retracements as well, and their extension tops could be done too. But in this case, right, like the 3 day time frame, if it did get a 50% retrace, where would that be located, right? So that would show us that it would be located around the 202 zone. Again, there's a lot of traffic over here that can prevent that from happening, specifically. Yeah, oh man, there's a lot. There really is a lot, right? 218, 220s around there, guys. And then, you know, you have a second batch area, confluent supports everywhere, right? You can kind of line them up yourself. This is a 213 there. We have another one located right about here at around 206. So lots of areas, there's a lot of traffic to prevent this thing to coming down all the way to the 202 range. Now, what about a daily time frame, right? What would its 50% retrace be? So the retrace on the daily could be confluent to what we're looking for, right? So that's your 215 target, and it looks like there's even a daily gap in there. Looks like there's a huge trough over here, and you know, those zones look they look okay, right? They do look okay. So, and that would fit a little better with what we're observing here, right? So 208 to 197, we have the 214 here in the top area that we're looking for at 208. So that, you know, kind of makes me want to focus this area right about this point here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and focus it right about there. And this looks like there could be some type of risk on situation at that point. Let's go ahead and just kind of highlight that yellow and be about our little dance, right? So remember, guys, that it's a really volatile time coming up this week. We do have the interest rate decisions coming up on Tuesday and Wednesday. There's going to be a lot to talk about, a lot to focus on, right? So I want you guys to be careful how you lever into these weeks. Remember, guys, that there are a lot of scammers joining in the trying to take your money, right? And that happens when you join my Discord. And they're going to appear like me. So make sure never to communicate with them. If you think I'm talking to you, I'm not. I will never reach out to you first. I will never friend request you first. Make sure that my profile looks just like this here, right, guys? I do not offer copy or mirror trades, right, ever. I'm the one and only Arca. Take the tag, right? Adopt the tag in the Discord. And please, you know, just be careful out there. Okay, guys. Well, and yeah, so guys, there's still about 9 seats left, and we're gonna close this deal off in a couple days here, whether those seats get full or not. So if you want the opportunity and kind of dodge the whole $59.99 a month, then you have one opportunity to look in the description below for a one-time fee plus a premium algorithm of mine, right? And own it, all that stuff for life. For life, just using that one link in the description below. Okay, guys, I think this is a pretty good place to leave off. Should you have any questions, you reach out to me. Make sure to reach out to me at arcabulls@gmail.com or, you know, on X or something, right? But I think, yeah. All right, guys. Well, I will talk to you very, very scary Larry soon. Adios, team. Adios and adios. Please take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest for you to buy, sell, or hold any assets whatsoever. Ever. I need you to do your own due diligence, and everything will be cool. But with that said, team, I wish you well, a very, very good rest of your night and or day, and I will catch you at the bell mañana. Adios, team. Oh, yeah.